I absolutely love winter weddings. If you're thinking of having a winter wedding, there are a few things that you should probably think about, light being the biggest thing. In this video, I have compiled a helpful list of things that you should plan if you are having a winter wedding. Have an early ceremony. This is absolutely key for winter weddings. In winter, in the UK, we get as little as 8 hours of daylight. So making the most of that light on your wedding day is the most important thing to help you get amazing photographs. I'm not saying that you should have a morning ceremony. 12 p.m. or 1 p.m. works absolutely fine. I would just steer clear of going beyond 1:30 p.m. for your ceremony, as we have a limited amount of time after this point of getting photographs of you and your guests in daylight. In the same theme of timings, I would also make sure that you have at least 2 hours between the end of your ceremony and your wedding breakfast or speeches, whichever comes first. In summer, I usually take my couples out for a second time after their wedding breakfast to get a few more couple portraits in some nice light. In winter, however, this isn't normally an option because by this point it's usually pitch black outside. The only thing I need to make good photographs is good light. And a camera, of course. So having a really good amount of time between the end of your ceremony and your food means that we've got plenty of time to get some really lovely photographs of you and your guests, making the most of the daylight while we have it. Scope out somewhere inside to do your group shot. Being in the UK, our weather is pretty erratic. I've done February weddings where we've had gorgeous sunshine, and I've done weddings in the height of summer where we've had torrential rain. This tip doesn't just count for winter weddings, just weddings in the UK in general. I would always much rather head outside for group shots to make the most of the surroundings, and of course the light is always better outside. However, sometimes this just isn't practical. If it's throwing it down with rain, then it's obviously more practical for us to do your group shots inside your venue. Before your wedding, it's always a really great plan to have a look around your venue at the space that they offer to pick somewhere inside that we can do your group shots if necessary. Some venues are big and bright with plenty of space for us to do your group shots. However, some venues are smaller with little space for us to do your group shots in. If your venue falls into the category of smaller with little space for group shots, then it might be that we need to reduce the amount of people in each group shot to make them possible. It's definitely worth thinking about beforehand so that we can plan for it. Hire some umbrellas. Again, this one counts for all UK weddings, not just winter weddings. I'd highly recommend hiring some umbrellas for you and your guests to use, especially if your ceremony and your reception venue are in different places. Umbrella hire is fairly cheap and just means you won't be left with loads of spare umbrellas after your wedding. I've recommended Brolly Bucket for umbrella hire to quite a few of my couples, and like insurance, it's nice to know that it's there, but hopefully you won't need to use it. Get the party started early. In summer, the average time for a first dance is around 8 to 8:30 p.m. This works really well because it means after your meal, your guests can go outside, have a wander around and enjoy some more of the sun. In winter, however, with it being dark outside, it's much more likely that your guests will stay cooped up inside, just waiting for the dancing to begin. If your venue allows it, i.e. if they don't need to turn the room around, I would highly recommend having an earlier first dance time of around 7 to half 7 p.m. It stops the lull that can sometimes happen between the end of the meal and the dancing. And with it being party season, it's highly likely that your guests will be well up for getting into the dancing a little bit earlier. Get some sparklers. I always love a sparkler shot in winter. They can be a great alternative to sunset photographs. Normally in winter, during the sunset, you're midway through eating your meal, so you won't want to go outside and take some more pictures. Sparklers are great to use between the end of your meal and your first dance. It gives your guests something to do, and it also means that they probably won't be too drunk yet because the party hasn't fully kicked in. I always recommend getting long burning sparklers. You can get ones that last for up to 2 minutes. This is great because it gives us a chance to get everyone's lit and to get some nice photographs of you before they start going out. They're also great to use for photographs of just the two of you. They give off a really beautiful soft light, which can be great for portraits after dinner in winter. Thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe because I make new videos every single week.